And welcome back to Aging Well, a production of Somerville-Cambridge Elder Services. I'm Nathan Lamb, and with me today is our outstanding Elder Protective Services expert, Norah Wetaid. Thank you for joining us today.
So happy to be here.
I have learned a ton about elder abuse and protective services, and now we are going to learn a little bit about some of the misconceptions. Is it a real thing that people won't call because of misconceptions about elder protective services and what you do?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people don't call us because they're either fearful that we would say who called us. Sometimes, other times, people don't call us because they don't know what we do. They don't want to make things worse for a family. We've had, actually, people have told us that. They don't want to call. They worry that we're going to go in and kind of incite more drama within the family, and that's not at all how we approach things.
Absolutely. There probably also is this concern about losing control of the situation.
Yeah.
Where, because you hear protective services, you think of a young person who isn't really given a choice, but as we've discussed earlier in the segment, the capacity to make decisions is huge for what you guys do.
It is, yeah. Some people do get concerned when they hear a title, and they do think we're going to come in and rip them out of their home and put them in a nursing home, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. That's not at all what we want to do to elders. We want to go in and do anything we can to keep them home and as independent as possible. Our goal is often to keep them as safe as possible and harm reduction. So we don't go in and fix everything. Sometimes people want us to do that, but we often can't accomplish that goal. Often it's unreasonable. We do the best we can to make them as safe as humanly possible in their home. So it can be any kind of number of interventions. Sometimes Lifeline, 911 cell phone. Sometimes it's just making sure a neighbor checks on them periodically. Meals on Wheels is a good protective factor that we try to put in. So anything we can do to keep them independent, home if that's where they want to be, and safe.
And is there ever concerns that you won't regard the wishes of the people who call? That's another one where they might feel like, you guys are going to come in and call in a team of investigators and all these things. It's not really how it works. No,
not at all. So if we get a report of concern and Protective Services is going to respond, we go out as social workers. We do anything we can. We approach the situation as social workers. We try to be friendly, obviously, and welcoming, and try to dispel any concerns about our name right away.
And it's interesting because these misconceptions, people might not have the most realistic expectations when they do call. Do you ever see frustration from people who call Protective Services expecting one thing only to find that it's a little different?
Yeah, unfortunately that happens a lot. People do call us because they are concerned about an elder. We understand that. They might want us to go in and fix things or make things better right away, and we can't often do that. They often don't know that we do respect elders' wishes, that they have the right to tell us whether they want to work with us or not. Elders also have the right to let us talk with whoever they want to. So even if we are involved, we can't always tell the person that called us what's going on. And that can be a source of frustration. Also a source of frustration if Protective Services closes the case. That can...
Due to the wishes of the person who's...
Exactly, yeah.
Wow. So, and you can close the case and potentially not tell the person who reported it, or do you let the person who reported it know that it was closed if you had to close it?
It kind of varies from case to case. If it's a provider of some sort, we do try to notify them that the case is being closed, and they would get a mailing letting them know. But if it's family, sometimes the call doesn't get through to them that we close the case, but they can always call and find out if it's still open and active. We can say that.
And I hear that people are often surprised to find out how small the Protective Services Department is. Are they expecting a large operation? How big are you?
Well, there's only 5 workers in our department right now. We have a supervisor that's a master's in social work, and then we have our director. So it's only 7 people. The 5 protective service workers, 3 of us are clinical social workers. 1 has their master's in counseling, and the other we coerced to come over from home care into our department. So we all have some experience with either elders in subcapacity, some with mental health, or just home care, and know the system really well, and that's been really helpful.
Absolutely. And I guess just to wrap it up, what are some of the more rewarding aspects of this work for you? How long have you been involved with?
At Somerville-Cambridge, I've been for a little over 3 years now, almost 3.5 years, and I have previously done protective services type work in another state. So I've been involved in it for a while. I love it. My favorite parts probably are being able to advocate for elders' wishes. I don't think a lot of people, sometimes people, well-intentioned people, kind of don't acknowledge elders' wishes. They kind of impose their will on them. And I pride myself on not doing that, and I pride myself on being a strong advocate for them. And I really like that. I love being able to keep people home and safe, house if possible, preventing eviction. I just like my job a lot.
Maybe we could change it to protective advocacy services.
Yeah.
That kind of has a more positive tilt to it. And if people decide that they want to call, is it Monday through Friday, 9 to 5? Or?
So yes, you can call Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and you would reach one of us 5 protective service workers. All of us do intake shifts, but we are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's a hotline that does holidays and after hours. We make sure that you have the number.
All right. And is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so.
And we covered a lot of ground
Yeah.
today. I really want to thank you for coming in, Norah. It's been fantastic having you on the show.
So happy to be here.
Yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully at some point we'll come back and talk some more about protective services. Thanks again.
Love to. Thank you.